Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about something I picked up for my Osmo Action 4. And I was thinking I need it because I wanted to do something with it, but is it really something I want? And that's coming up right after this. Hi everybody, welcome back to I Am Gadget Guy. I am Gadget Guy. You can call me Gadget Guy Justin, just nothing inappropriate, okay? So yeah, I was looking online. I've been looking, trying to, like get cool stuff and stuff like that for my Osmo Action 4, and I came across something, and it's this right here. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it's called Action Series Magnetic Universal Extension Bracket, okay? So that is what that is right there, okay? So it comes in this nice little packaging right here. So let's take a look. Let's open this up. And we're going to pull it out. It is kind of tight down in there. That's one thing I didn't want to do. I didn't want to rip my box. Okay, so we have this right here. Okay, it's qualified certificate. Okay. Then we have a nice little tiny instruction manuals done in not Japanese, but Chinese, and then English. Okay, so comes in something like this. Okay, we'll pop it out. All right, so basically what this is it is a nice little magnetic extension bracket right here. Okay. You clip this onto your Osmo Action 4, and then you use this right here to magnetize it. So I'm currently on my Osmo Action 4 right now. So let me take that and I'll show you exactly what it does, okay? So here is the Osmo Action 4. Okay, I've got my small rig cage on it and everything like that, okay? So it is kind of heavy, but in theory, you should be able to connect this to here. Sometimes it does not like to connect. I've noticed that with the small rig cage. And then you should be able to put this like on some metal, stuff like there, okay? But we're going to do some real world testing with this, okay? So I can do it that way, or I can do it that way, right there. You have to make sure. But see this, I think it's too heavy with the cage on it. So let's go take a look at a couple different things here with the cage, okay? Okay, so we're just going to put it like this right there. See how that drops down? And then we're going to turn it around. See how it drops down? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take off this cage really quick. Okay, so the cage is off. And don't really like it off like that because I'm afraid it's going to fall. So let's go ahead and let's take a look. See, that's a little bit better. It still hangs. See, that's a lot better. Okay. So let's try it this way. Yeah, let's try it upside down. Gotta make sure that's on tight. Okay, so there, that sits pretty good. It's currently upside down. Okay. You can do it that way, and that's pretty good. Okay. But let's take this off, but we can't connect it to this side. Okay. We can't connect it to this side either because this is the only spot that has the magnets on it. Okay, so if I want to see, it has a hard time. I can do it that way. But see, the fridge is not the best place to do it at. Okay, so yeah, the fridge is not the best place to do it at. See, I have it above my stove, but it's not really the best to look down upon the stove. yeah, so that doesn't really work there. So let's go ahead and let's go out and let's see if we can find some other stuff. All right, so you see, we're out here on my swing set, and there's that right there, okay? So yeah, that kind of is on an angle. I'm not sure if the horizon balancing is going to work or not, but that's about as best I can get it to be here on the swing set. I'm going to try a couple different things. All right, so I moved it around and things like that, but it's kind of still on an angle. So I'm going to have to take a look at it and see exactly what I can go ahead and do to fix that. Okay, now let's go out front of my house because that's got more metal out there. There's not really much metal around in my house unless you count the furnace downstairs. All right, so I'm out front of my house right now. This is what it looks like. So you can see right here, it's got that little thing right there, but you can't go up any further, okay? So let's try it a different way. So that's what it looks like right now with it changed around, okay? So is it any better than, is it worth the money and stuff like that? I am not sure. Let me try something else. All right, so I have it this way. So let's take a look at it. All right, so it's like this right here. As you can see, I have it like that. That's pretty sturdy right there, okay? And so that, I can manage that and things like that. But right now, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's worth the money or not because it can't do what I want it to do. I would love for it to go vertical like this right here. All right, so it's vertical right now. We'll take a look at it, okay? So see how it's vertical right there? That's probably the best way to go ahead and do that. I can do a whole bunch of different TikToks and or like that, but do I really want to do the TikToks? Well, I should, but I don't know, okay? So let's go back inside because it is kind of windy out here and things like that. Let's go back inside and we'll talk about it. Okay, so I really wanted that to work out, but I'm just going to talk about like walk back into my house here. But I don't know. I should have got something different, but it's a nice little gadget. But for what I want it to do, I would like it to mount with my cage, but I can't because the cage is too heavy. And so that's one of the downsides of it. And I don't like my Osmo Action 4 to be outside of the protective cage because what if it falls and drops? Because I've dropped this Action 4 before, and it's not a nice thing to do. All right, so I'm back inside right now. My glasses will eventually untint, but I've really wanted this to work, okay? Let me turn that off, okay? I've really wanted this to work because I thought that would be super awesome, but like this right here, that right there should be a magnetic, okay? I don't have any metal. So this is kind of metal, but it won't stick because it's so heavy, okay? But I wanted, because you can stick this to a metal if the metal is strong enough, okay? But I don't have any metal that's strong enough. Guess I can try it outside. But that's the whole point of me getting this, so I wouldn't have to worry about this or this up against the, so I wouldn't have to worry about this or this up against the metal. I can just throw something like this out there. But I picked this up on Amazon and I'm just not sure yet about it. Let me do some testing on it and let me just play around with it. And then I will get back to you. So June 11th of the 2026, I'll do an update on this. What you guys need to do is you guys need to like this video, okay? Hit that subscribe button down below so you'll be notified when I do an update on this magnet. What is it called again? The Action Series Magnetic Universal Extension Bracket. Okay, I'll be doing an update here on June the 11th of 2026. And so hit subscribe and that bell notification so you'll be notified when I give an update on this bracket. Okay? And see if it's any better, because I've got something coming up next week that will kind of change maybe my thinking. All right? So until then, you guys, I will see you later. Bye. Yeah, I thought it'd be different.